Should we restart?
There we go.
No.
So we'll just do straight into another one if it goes.
Okay, fuck it. So,
okay.
Yeah, I don't care about how much weight I'm lifting. I just don't. It doesn't faze me if I'm lifting 2 plates, 3 plates, 4 plates. It doesn't bother me as long as what I'm doing is enough. As long as the intensity is there, as long as I can feel the weight I'm lifting, and as long as it's reflecting in my progression of my physique. Like if the weights are low but my physique is improving, that's all I care about. I'm a bodybuilder and a power lifter. I'm not just trying to move weight for the sake of moving weight or for the sake of people to go, oh my God, look how strong he is. There's not the goal, you know? The goal is to grow muscle and build a physique. And there's so many ways to do that. And one of them is certainly not throwing weight around for the sake of it. That's just a way to get injured.
Yeah, just for context for everyone listening who's just joined in, we weren't just having a discussion before I clicked record because we're all munching because we're trying to get massive. All right. So what we were talking about is that when I went to go train with Dan, the stuff that I took back from it was staying controlled. And in my videos, that's things that I've been reiterating. So, and that for me, I've been like on the adductor, for instance, was my example. I've gone from having like almost three plates pinned onto it to not even going to do the full stack because I'm doing it properly. But my legs are getting better and better. And Josh was describing that then. So just for context, sorry to butt in, Josh. But just
don't apologize. It's a discussion.
Blown away.
It's the mass discussion, bro.
It is the mass.
Trust me, man. Like I'm now lifting lighter, but not. The muscle thinks it's heavier, but it's not. Like from the outside looking in, the external, it's not heavier, but the internal is heavier. The more I've got so much more tension now on the muscle. Cuba, I had a breakthrough yesterday. Finally, he approved my high incline barbell. Everything else is being saying, no, do it again. No, do it again. It's taken 3-4 weeks for him to go, A-okay.
Wow.
But it took, mate, I've gone up a higher incline of barbell. I was doing 4 plates aside for 4 or 5 reps. I'm now doing 2.5 plates for 8 reps. That's what it took for him to say, okay.
This is the thing, is you nailed it when you said internal as opposed to external. So the external load is not a reflection of what's happening internally. The external load is just a number, and it's just a number. And all it does is amplify how good you feel about yourself if you're chasing numbers. You know what I mean? But
Cuba said as well, he said, you've been training like a powerlifter, not a bodybuilder. So this technically is my first time bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Technically.
You're a newbie.
Yeah.
Look, you're going to get gains regardless, but if you really want to maximize your ability to add muscle and to create that tension and that breakdown of the muscle, you really want to take things right back, strip it back, be really honest with yourself. Like a lot of people can't be honest with themselves either. Like I had a client who was telling me he could press 70 kilo dumbbells. All right. And then he sent me a video, and he probably watched this, and he was pressed to 65s. And like, I was like, bro, like, no, you can't press 65s. You can grab them and move them, but you can't actually perform a flat dumbbell press how a flat dumbbell press is intended to be executed with that load. You have to go a lot lighter so that you can. And the thing is, just because you're lifting 65s, it doesn't mean you're going to get a bigger chest. You're going to get a bigger chest with the 50s if you actually do the fucking movement correctly, because that's the whole, the way to gain muscle is to put the muscle through a range of motion that is adequate, but also keeping that tension on the muscle, not every fucking where else.
That's another thing. With all my pressing moves, I'm now doing a 4-second eccentric. And the changes in direction are a slight pause. So now think about that 2.5 plates that I said I'm doing. I got 8 reps yesterday on the high incline. It's more like a shoulder press, to be honest.
I
But
saw it.
now think about how heavy that actually is.
Mm-hmm. This is the thing, though. I mean, the problem is if you can't. Social media is a big motherfucker for it, right? Because people are always looking at other people. Like, that's just how people are. They fail to concentrate on themselves. It's one of the reasons most people never make progress, not just in bodybuilding, but in life in general, because they're too caught up watching other people do their thing. And the people that are actually making progress, they're posting shit, but they're not looking at other people. They're just documenting and making progress, all right? But then people see people doing, like, I don't know, fucking hack squat, 5 plates aside on a hack, or 10 plates aside on some hacks that are really, really, really easy, like an Atlantis, for example. And they get so caught up in trying to get to that, the weight, that they forget the whole reason behind the reason they're doing the exercise in the first place. They just, all they want is the weight. They don't even, they forget about the reward you're going to get from executing correctly and just doing you, instead of looking at other people and going, oh, I lifted more weight than him. And it's like, who gives a fuck? No one cares. The only person that cares is you. And you hope other people care because your ego is fucking massive.
Fucking massive. No, I think
if you're a bodybuilder that competes, you need to know this. If you're just a gym goer, then and you just want to get the therapeutic benefits of training, you'll still look good if you're just moving weight. You will. But
also, if you are just a gym goer, think about risk to reward in terms of injury as well. Because if your therapy is going to the gym, be intelligent about it. Because if that's taken away from you because you're being a bell end and trying to, stroke your ego off by lifting more weight than you can handle, and then you tear a pec or you hurt your elbows or you hurt your knees or something, then you're truly fucked. Yeah. So like you got to be intelligent with it, you have to be intelligent. At the end of the day, you're putting your body through vigorous amounts of stress that you have to know what you're doing. You have to understand the body's mechanics, understand its limits, not only the muscles limits, but the tendons, the ligaments, everything.
Yeah.
There is a lot more behind weightlifting than just going to the gym and throwing weight about. Like, you do have to be very intelligent about your approach to it, regardless of being a competitor or just your average gym goer. You really want to look out for yourself. You want to respect yourself enough to look out for yourself so you don't get fucking injured as well.
I think one of the things to say, though, is whilst we're talking about how important it is to control weight, it's still making sure that if you are doing progressive overload, that you are aiming to progress the lifts, but whilst maintaining staying connected and being controlled. And that's the thing I'm talking about. Like, because I feel like we've all of us have all sort of like learned that a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely, man.
I was saying that Josh doesn't care about the weight he's lifting, but he sure as hell cares about the amount of tension he's putting on his muscle next year compared to this year.
And when I say I don't care about the weight I'm lifting, it doesn't mean that I'm going to lift less weight than I'm capable of. It means I'm going to look for the maximum load I can use within that correct execution from point A to point B and so forth until I'm done. It doesn't mean that I don't care about the weight enough to actually load the fucking bar up. I'll put as much weight on the bar as I can. But if 6 plates is my max, for example, I'm not going to try 4. I'm not going to try 8 plates. It's just silly.
Yeah. Do you feel like this is it comes with maturity as well?
It comes with just
train a little bit longer as you train more, and as a competitor, because obviously we're looking in our training is all, the bottom line is to look better for the next time you get on stage, right? It's to be better. It all comes down to that. So do you think there's a bit of maturity in there as too?
1000%, man. I mean, as you grow older and wiser and more mature, you start to give less fucks about the things that are going to put you in a worse position, And it all comes down to like, right, being honest with yourself. As I said, can I actually do this, or am I just stroking myself off for the sake of trying to look good? Yeah. Like, if you're honest with yourself and you can be, because some people can't. Like, some people can't take it when you tell them they're doing something wrong. Their ego gets in the way, and then they're like, no. Oh, I can't be told. I can't be told because it makes me weak. You should always constantly be striving to learn. And if you can't take being told from someone that you're doing something incorrect when they're looking out for your best interest, you got to reevaluate yourself and like have a word with yourself. Do you know what I mean? But I think everyone goes through that stage at some point in their life. I think some people learn faster than others, that, you know, you can take a step back to take 10 steps forward, and other people will never learn. And some people just take that much longer.
Again, mate, like, this is so funny because I'm learning so much right now. Like, me and Cuba have had so many, I don't want to say arguments, but debates, kind of arguments, just little things. Like, if he changes my form of certain things or does things with my programming, I'm fine with it. But then there was something with like my back sessions that I didn't like, and the way he was getting me to do it. And now I've got an emotional attachment to this.
I think that's understandable, though.
I was literally arguing to him like, "You're wrong, I'm right. Listen to me. You do everything else. I'll do my back training."
But you've got a valid point, though, because there's certain things that, look, just because someone learning from other people doesn't necessarily mean that they know everything better than you. You know, it's like you could have a valid point, and they could be the one that needs to kind of listen to you instead. You know what I mean? It doesn't always have to be that you're the one in the wrong.
No, but it's funny because with the back training side of things, I've literally left it up to him, and his new programming he sent me is very much in line with what I wanted anyway. But it wasn't the point of that. I understood what he was saying, and it made sense. But then there was this. This is where he totally proved me wrong. On my diet, so I'm down to 40 grams of protein a meal, which has helped my hiccups. I haven't had hiccups, nothing like that. Been great. My digestion's brilliant, and I think that's all I need for right now, to be honest. But pre-bed, on a rest day, I have 20 grams of protein in my meal. And I was like, who do you think I am? You think I'm a fucking bikini girl? No, actually, I didn't say that. I said, who do you think I am? I named a natural bodybuilder. I don't want to name him here. I put a specific one. I don't want to name him here because it won't be fair. Like, think I am skin and bones, like, give me the protein type of thing. And he we had a debate about it, and I said, right, look, here's the thing, you're my coach, I'm just arguing with you about it, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it, and we're going to find out to see if it helps with what you want, obviously why you did it. So why you did it was so it doesn't elevate heart rate too much, so a pre-bed meal like that would help you sleep better. And I said, right, we'll just see if it works. And if I'm right, I'm right. If you're wrong, then make sure you acknowledge it and you admit it. And I did it. I've done it for like 3 nights. I've had the best sleep I've ever had. And I just said to him, "Oh, you cunt." That's what I felt like saying to him. You're fucking right. I did admit to him that he was right.
That's good though, man. That's good that you can. Most people can't. Some people are just too fucking up their own ass. Do you know what I mean?
No.
You gotta keep learning. Like,
absolutely.
Never think you know everything about anything. Like, someone can always teach you something. You should never stop learning. The one thing you should never stop doing in life definitely is learning.
No, it wasn't the fact I wasn't willing to learn. We generally have these kind of debates. Anyway.
Yeah. I think it's good to as well have debates.
Yeah. What we would say, like, well, do it and see if it works.
Yeah. That's good though, man.
And my back looked so full last week. So I don't know.
But here's a prime example, right? Dan, I think you're a fantastic coach, personally. I think you're very, very good at what you do. I think you have a lot of time for people and you put a lot into your coaching, which I respect massively. But even you are listening and learning from someone else, you know, and it reinforces exactly what I mean about never stop learning, never think you know too much, because you're a very knowledgeable person. And like I said, I respect your coaching and all that. But
here's the thing though. These things he's telling me to do are things I do with my coaches, but I can't do it to myself.
Sometimes we need that though as well, mate. Sometimes we need that. I mean, I've mentioned this, like, I need a coach. I need someone to tell me what to do. And and tell me how to do things. I can take care of someone else from A to Z. It doesn't matter. There's no second guess. There's no thinking. But with yourself, sometimes you need someone to tell you.
Yeah, sure.
I'm out of breath.
What was your meal?
I've just eaten a jam bagel, 70 grams of Cocoa Pops, 65 grams of rice, it's all uncooked, and 300 grams of chicken, but I've just back waffed it.
You're getting a massive, bro.
Dan's looking at it like, yeah, shut up, mate. That's like 1 meal. That's not even a meal for me. That's half a meal.
Not at the minute. My highest carb meal today is I had a 150 potato.
Oh,
a 50 gram of rice. Oh my, actually no, I get 80 grams of cream of rice pre-bed.
Oh,
that's nice. I'll tell you what.
I haven't yet had any fats today.
No fats?
I've had none today.
My fats are extremely high.
Do you find that your body responds better in a dieting phase with lower fats?
Yes, mine does.
Mine does massively. Do you ever, if I keep fats in when I'm dieting, honestly, this is from past experience that I'm speaking anyway, maybe different moving forwards, but if fats stay past a certain point, like past 50 grams, my body weight just won't drop. It's very strange.
It will do if you're in a deficit, but I find, I don't know, my body just switches on to the diet. The diet's there anyway, and being on low fats, my body almost just switches onto it. I think part of that might be mental, because on lower fats, you're obviously hungrier because you're less satiated. I think it might be that. I'm definitely hungrier, but that motivates me. When I'm hungry throughout the day, I know like, oh, my body's changing. And then it kind of, I just smiles to myself a little bit.
I love that when I'm in prep and I'm having a day where I feel like shit and I'm really hungry. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna look so good tomorrow.
Yeah, by that time though, you're already lean, so you do smile to yourself.
Yeah, of course.
It's when you've just started your diet, you're hungry, you're not much leaner, you're flat, you're like, this sucks. It took me about 6 weeks to want to diet. Now I finally want to diet. I feel like I've only been dieting for 2 weeks and my body's just changed.
Yeah, I love that, man. I'm looking forward to dieting, man. I'm so looking forward to getting on stage, boys. I'm not gonna lie.
So, hang on, what's going on with that then? When you get on stage, are we talking about it?
I don't even know. I actually don't know. I mean, I would like to get on stage the beginning of next year.
Oh, beginning of next year. Why don't you do the same show I'm doing so we can hang about?
I can do all of them, bro.
Okay. Well, I'm not doing a show till September.
All right, I'll wait. Fuck it.
If you like to think about it, right? You can push to get this little, after Christmas, push to get more muscle. Yeah, push.
No, definitely.
And then you can have guess what? You're dieting over summer. Guess what? Summer's warm. You're not gonna have that bitter coldness because you've got no fucking visceral fat, nothing. Your head fat's gone because your head shrunk. You're cold at night. You're not having that. 5th of September, the show is. It's still gonna be nice and sunny. Oof, looking sick. It's coming in, hitting most musculars in Tesco's and shit in a vest.
I think I'm gonna have a chat with Patrick this weekend and see what.
He'll probably tell you, no competing next year, 2022. Let's go, get massive.
Nah,
I love it, mate.
I feel like I need to step on stage next year, man. I miss it now, bro. I miss it too much.
How long were you had off? 1 year.
My last show was The Universe, November 2nd, 2019.
Yeah, so you had a year off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then if you do
1 year and 1 month exactly today.
If you do 1 year with September, when did you get with Patrick? March, April, May,
August. I got with Patrick.
Fucking hell, I'm way off. If you'll have nearly a year, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Under that off season, that fucking strict sort of military, I'm getting huge. If you're gonna get in the way, I'll give you one of these. You know what I mean? That kind of shit. I say it, but it is real, isn't it? It's like that. It's like, fuck off, mate. Fuck off. I'm getting on with it. Well, yeah, off season is pretty much prep. Yeah, it could be sick, man. You'll look fucking awesome. Just don't do the heavyweights.
I think I would be in the heavyweights, though. I think that would be kind of like where I fall.
Oh, fuck. That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Pardon?
What's the heavyweight cutoff?
198 to 225.
You'll be a heavyweight.
198 to 225.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be a heavyweight.
Yeah, I'd probably fall in that category if I compete at the end of the year.
At least I don't have to step on stage with you until the overall then.
Yeah. Well, you competing next year as well?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Don't think so.
I'm just letting Cuba decide. You said 2022, but you see how my body does. Maybe it needs to prep. I don't know.
Mate, I'm so buzzing to get on stage. Like,
yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie.
I just don't want another year off.
No, I know it felt like ages to me because I even prepped for May and I got to 6 weeks out, but still because I didn't have that show day experience, I feel like it's just been so long.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's like because you did the British as the last show.
Yeah.
Yes, that was even longer. Thing is, like, I could just visualize what I can bring to the stage next year, and in my head, it's like so exciting for me that I literally like get a boner just thinking about it.
If let's say, right, if you do the same show as what let's say you aim for that September one, right? With that show, you've also got like half the year. Well, not half the year, but you know what I mean, kind of. You got some good, like, and you know what you're capable of, right? You know you can fucking work, right? And we know you can work. So, like, you could imagine the amount of mass you could put on. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking in my head now. I'm like, right, I can't wait to get on stage next year, get real saucy and look awesome. But I know I can fucking put some size on, and I know that I can fucking work hard.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I mean? And like, fuck off, timer.
Like as much as I love the having more muscle, I don't think I need as much muscle.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, tell him off.
This is what you were talking about on the WhatsApp chat, and I almost rang you there and there. What are you talking about?
Because look, all right, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing.
Right.
Like, I've always wanted to create my own idea of what I want to present to the world of bodybuilding.
Okay, that's poetic, but think realistically. Keep going. I
am being realistic now. I am. Right? And it's never been this like chasing to get to like fucking big. I've never wanted to be like massive. Do you know what I mean? It's never been a goal for me.
I don't think you could be.
No, that's what I mean. But I've got to the way I am now, and I'm like, right, I need to see what I look like stripped down to assess how much muscle I actually need to add. Simply because when I was on stage at like 80K, I looked good. I looked small, but I looked good. Like 10 kilos or 20 pounds on that is gonna look silly.
But that's all you need. I'm not saying, I've never said chase mass at all. All I'm saying is you shouldn't be trying to limit yourself to grow.
No.
Save your lines or your weight.
No. By no means at all. By no means. But it gets to a point where I know it's going to get to a point for me as well, especially because I know myself, where the whole pushing to get bigger is just not going to phase me. I'm going to be like, no, I don't want to. Like, I'll get to a point.
You will, but that will come when you're at that point where you really don't need to be bigger, because guess what? You want to be a 212. There's only so heavy you can get.
No, but I want to see how I look. I want to see how I look like next year to assess whether I want more muscle for me.
Right. Let's say you look great next year. Judges say to take that overall to get your pro card, you just need another 5 pounds of muscle in certain areas.
Oh, 5 pounds that's fine.
Yeah. How many pounds do you think you have to play with? By the time you look like how you want to look, I think you're going to be 212. By the time you get to a point where you're happy.
Yeah, how heavy are you right now, Josh? Like, you were like 230 at one point, right? 235.
Yeah, I'm floating between like 225 and 230.
Yeah, like you're gonna get up to like 240 or something. If you go for a big push, right? Let's say you go to 240, something like that, like quality 240 though. You know, you're only going to strip off like 20, 25 pounds, 30 pounds. If you think about it, that doesn't even, like, if you come in And let's just say you come in at 215, you've got to remember that's too heavy for 212.
But I've also been thinking about what my weight limit would be if I was classic.
Fuck classic. Don't come on.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Gosh, you're too.
I don't know.
Look out! Look where the direction of the 212 and open class bodybuilding. It's massive class. Do you know what I mean? That's very.
I agree. I agree. However,
don't limit yourself.
No. But by no means, I'm no one to limit myself at all. However, I like to think, and I like to think about what I want to bring, not what the judges want me to bring. Because that's important to me, you know. And I like being the me that I want to be, not the me that other people want to see.
Right, that's fair enough, but you're never going to push for a size that's going to be
detrimental. I'm aware of this.
Cool.
No, I know.
Just because I don't believe it's in your genetic capability to look shit. I think it. You've got Patrick.
No, of course.
Do you think Patrick's going to let you get too big at the expense of your physique?
Do you know what? Yeah, but it wasn't. It's not a question. To be honest with you, it's not a question of getting too big for my lines. It's a question of how far do I want to push myself within bodybuilding in terms of pushing for size, like the actual process of pushing for more muscle. For me, I know we'll get to a point where I'll be like, do you know what? I don't think I want to push anymore. I think I'm done with pushing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That'll get to a point though when you are sick and tired of doing it.
Yeah, of course. But I feel like it's gonna be a lot sooner than anticipated.
Do you not just feel like you've been in a long off season? You feel like you need to diet now?
I think that's
I'm just looking at myself and I'm like, oh, do you know what? Like, I really like my physique at the moment. Like, I really like my physique at the moment. Like, I really do. To the point where I'm like, if someone said to me, you can't be any bigger, I'd be like, I've completed what I want to achieve anyway. Like, if I cut back now from where I am to 90 kilos, I know for a fact I would have my dream physique.
Yes. Then, let's say in order to get to the Olympia that you need to be 212, but the process of doing it, you don't enjoy, say, in the climb up to 212, the last 3 kind of pushes up to get there. Let's say you don't enjoy them. Is it worth it?
Depends really where I'm taking my career and if that is even a goal I want to continue to pursue.
I always saw you as a 212 on the Olympia stage, but
don't get me wrong, all right? That is like, I can visualize that. I can see myself there without a shadow of a doubt.
I thought that was your goal.
It is the goal. Of course, it's the goal. It is the goal. This is present there. But as you know, I've had time to think, and I'm kind of like, I'm really happy at the moment, and I'm so happy that I've kind of like assessed my whole life and gone, okay, what's this gonna look like now? Where'd you want to go? Where you gonna be?
Okay. Let's say you're happy where you are right now in your physique and everything in your life.
Yeah.
But you're happy right now working with Patrick and dedicating yourself to this thing and making progress, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what if the progress you make gets you to that point where you do get an extra 15 pounds of muscle?
Oh, well, then I'm happy. Then
well, there you go. So you'll only know whilst you do it. As soon as you're not.
No, definitely, man. That's not out of the question at all. But I'm like, right, I know what I want to look like. Do you know what I mean? I know what I want to look like.
In my opinion, as soon as you decide that you don't want to progress anymore, I mean, actually present, I'm not saying progress size, I'm saying progress your physique, whether that's get new level conditioning, improve certain areas, little bits to make it more dramatic, make it more classic if you want, whatever you need to improve your physique. As soon as you want to stop doing that, you may as well stop bodybuilding.
Because pretty much. You
may as well. Because at the end of the day, you're just standstill, and bodybuilding's making progress, right?
Yeah, definitely, 100%, 100%.
That's
Yeah,
because
I've certainly got an ideal though. I've got my own ideal, which I feel would be worthy of an Olympia spot. By the way, I fucking know. I know it will. I can see it.
yeah,
Um,
I believe totally as well.
But I've seen my physique at 80 kilos, and then I'm like, right, how much size do I need to be kind of where I want to be? But then I look at Olympia guys, and I'm like, fuck it, some of them are massive, and then they're favoring that massiveness over the more classy physiques.
Not in the 212s at the minute, I wouldn't say.
I mean, you look at what's his face? Who's the guy? Angel Calderon. He's the Spanish guy that's won like 3-4 shows.
Yeah, mate, you can't. That is a freak, right? That is a freak.
But that's the criteria.
We start off part 2 and continue this.
Yes, let's start.
As I was saying, so Angel Calderon, yeah, fucking freak. Yeah, and I get it, it's not pleasing at all.
Mhm.
But by bodybuilding standards, he has everything that could be considered to win a show, right? So, and generally, Angel wins on conditioning as well.
Agreed, but it's also the amount of size that motherfucker had, like the amount of muscle he has is insane.
That's where this is where bodybuilding becomes subjective. That's not your cup of tea.
Certainly. No.
Yeah, but I'm guessing with you, you're the same, that there are certain physiques I wouldn't want mine to look like, but I would probably place them first over some other guys I do like. So, for example, Sean Roden winning the Olympia over Phil that year, even Rowley actually, I would have personally had probably Rowley or Phil winning that Olympia. But no, sorry, no, other way around. I had Sean Roden winning that Olympia.
Okay.
But I prefer Rowley that year. That Olympia, I preferred Rowley. So is it one of those things with you where maybe someone's not a cup of tea, but you can still place them first? Because do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, certainly. No. 100%. But then I look at it and I look at him, and there was the guy come second or third. I don't know. He's a newbie in the 212, and he's like bald head, aesthetic, very aesthetic, small waist.
Olik, fucking freak, mate. He's just another Angel, though.
No, a different guy. Bald guy.
Looks like Angel. He's just
got a much more pleasing physique to
Thing is,
look at.
Much pleasing.
What I was going to say though is look at Keon. 212, very pretty.
Yeah, but his muscle bellies and things like that, though, mate, they're on another level. I don't have those muscle bellies.
Well, you don't know. Get you fucking big enough and see what's going on.
That guy.
I can't fucking see it. There we
go.
No,
not him. No.
Oh.
He's got some freaky legs.
Another guy. He's a lump, that cunt is.
Fucking big.
He's fucking massive.
Fucking ridiculous.
I don't know his name. Anyway, there's this smaller guy. He was slightly smaller, but very, very pleasing, very complete from top to bottom, front to back. And he didn't stand a chance, man. He was just like blown out the water.
But then, you come in looking like that, but then you come in with a little bit more improved. When it gets to that point where everyone's that good, that's when it comes very subjective.
No, of course. I mean, look, this all comes from me. This all comes from me having time on my hands to think and reflecting on my bodybuilding career, where I want to take it, whether I want to continue to push the way I am, or whether I want to just settle for like my dream physique, as opposed to chasing a competitive physique, because there's a difference between the two. Like my dream physique and my competitive physique, I want them to be the same thing, but I'm not sure if my dream physique would be enough to achieve the goals that I want to achieve, if that makes sense.
I've had a similar thing. So for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm actually bodybuilding in terms of the training side of things. And being more attentive and more geeky with everything else, like food and, digestion. I'm being super, I used to take the piss out of people being a bit to like get the children hammer out. Now I'm doing it myself because I want to be competitive at this thing.
Mhm.
The bodybuilding I enjoy is also the bodybuilding that would get my gut very distended, and I wouldn't be competitive on stage. So I'm trying to learn to enjoy being successful on stage now, or more of have a physique that's deemed appreciated rather than enjoy the process that doesn't get me that thing. And it's a hard thing to say because you should enjoy bodybuilding, and I am enjoying it, but I'm teaching myself to enjoy this side of it.
I get that. I mean, my whole thing is my whole goal with bodybuilding is create the physique that I can present. Like my ideal physique is my ideal physique because I can imagine me doing a routine with that physique. That's all I care about. All I care about is doing a routine and the shape being exactly what I want it to be able to truly present the art, my art.
Yes, see, the thing is, this is something that I'm more motivated to chase. Is right now I feel like I can stand next to a lot of people on stage, and I will make them look small. That's just I found a spider. Hey,
shit!
Good fortune.
Is it?
Oh no, it's on my hand. There it is.
Good fortune. That is.
Oh, there it is. Look at that. It's a fucking big fucker.
Yeah. Right, well, he can go on my plate and I'll get him later.
Protein.
Yeah, protein. I was saying, so I feel like I can get on stage now in any lineups that I do, and in that most muscular, I'd make probably everyone in that lineup look like pretty small. My age, people my age, definitely. But I like that, but me standing on my own, not next to someone else, doing a posing routine, I don't like that image. And right now I'm chasing that image. That's why I'm doing my vacuums every morning. I'm doing ab work every single morning, trying to make my shape more appreciated rather than just a lump.
Yeah, I get that.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn to enjoy this process, this different process.
Because that's the thing. That's like, go on. Sorry.
I'm now finally. I'm chasing a better physique, not a bigger physique.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I need to get bigger, but I need to do this in a, to actually look good with it.
Yeah, of course. I think that. Yeah. I mean, that's all I've ever like chased, to be honest. Is like being beautiful, like legit. Like getting on stage and people going, "Wow, that's amazing!" Like fuck, like holy shit, that's beautiful. Like that's the part of bodybuilding I love.
I will never have someone say to me about my physique, "Wow, that guy there's beautiful."
I think you're beautiful.
All I can do is keep it neat and tidy and get big, but keep it very tidy. No waist dissension, small like. So I haven't got a small waist. I've got a blocky midsection, but make sure it's flat. Make sure no one can pick out the floor. Oh, he looks like a fridge.
Yeah.
No one can point that out, and I know from there my physique just needs to get bigger, but keep everything intact as it is.
It's like if I know that if I can present the vision I have in my mind to a stage, it will be fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Like, and it'll be like, whoa, like that's beautiful. Like that I want people to look at it and go, whoa, that's just beautiful.
Has anyone done that to you lately? Like who's competed this year? You just thought, fuck, okay, man. Like
Keon.
Yes, that's my one. I was going to say Keon made me do that this year.
Fuck.
He's fun done. Just made me go, fuck, well done.
That's what I want to do, though. That's what I want to make. I want to go on stage and people go, fuck. That's a solid bodybuilder, that.
Fucking good bodybuilder.
And then also hit a good posing routine and show some character. some ginger sparkle.
But I think with me, I don't search for the fuck. I search for the crying. Like I've had people cry at my routines, but it's not only because of the routine. It's like the physique that presents the routine is as big a part of it. And I'm trying to create a physique. Honestly, I want to create a physique that can pose the way I want to pose.
COVID.
Yeah, COVID.
Sorry.
But what do you say? Has anyone done that? Have I seen anyone this year that I've gone, wow, that's beautiful?
I've got a few. So Keon did it to me with his front double bicep.
I think, but then again, I look at Keon and I go, wow. But I don't go, oh, that's pretty, because the beautiful part of me, as much as, yes, aesthetically, he looks fantastic, it's how it's presented. It's the posing, it's the flow. It's not just the physique in itself. You know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean. But in terms of people just made you think like their overall physique.
Oh, Keon is a standout.
Who's done it? Who's done it to you? You can think.
Keon is a standout. I'm extremely impressed.
Yeah. So if we
like blown away,
if we're gonna make a couple, like say 5 athletes this year. We've all got to go around 5 athletes this year, like athlete of the year. Who would you go with?
Keon.
Yeah, you got to name 5, mate. 5 people that are stuck out in your mind.
And Antoine. How do you pronounce his last name? I was going to say
Antoine Valin.
Something like him. Him. Big stand out. Who was the guy? Hunter, big one as well.
Are you writing these down, Dan?
No, I'm writing my own ones down.
Oh,
okay.
So I say Hunter, Keon, definitely. Hunter, yes. And Antoine, definitely. He was a big, like, oh, okay, saucy beans. He was nice. I'm trying to think. There was who was it? Oh, what's his name? Oh, fuck. Justin. What's his last name?
Rodriguez.
What's his last name?
Rodriguez.
Yes, him. Him too. He did the one. What show was it he did? Yeah, him at the what? He came second twice, I think, didn't he? Yeah.
Can it be people that haven't competed, but I've just seen their updates?
Who is it?
Brion.
He looks amazing.
Incredible. Fabian Larabia.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy physique. Absolutely insane. Mental. Him, Keon, Hunter, and just pros?
No, not just pros.
Me. I really like my physique this year. Yeah.
You
I'm
know
really
what?
happy with my physique at the moment. I really like it.
This might piss some people off, but when I see a classic guy, I say that's a good body. But you know what the second thought in my head is? Wouldn't that look better if it was bigger?
Of course, definitely.
That is me.
Definitely.
I'm like, cool. Imagine if he was like 20 pounds heavier with us.
100%. But this is, you know, I contemplated classic in my mind, and as I have said this on here.
Yeah.
I said it like, but if the weight limit was like 185, then it's pointless because my vision is limited. My vision is like 200 pounds. Do you know what I mean? Like at least that's what I think. Like it could be like 190, 195. My vision is like,
you need to go prep next year.
Yeah, I need to. I have to prep to see where I am.
Me, so we get a photo and have a chat.
Okay, deal.
Have a chat. We'll talk about this whole thing before you get on stage.
Because the thing is, like, I've been practicing my posing as well, like every day in my house, and like every time I'm just like, oh my god, I just want to get on stage and do this, man.
Yeah, we'll fucking. If you do the same show, we'll fucking bring the house down with our posing.
Fuck yeah, son. I'll help you with your posing.
Yes, yes.
Yes, I will.
It's gonna happen. We're gonna make it.
So yeah, I've got those. I've got Brion, Fabian, Hunter, Keon, and myself because I like the improvements that I've made so far.
Dan?
I've got 2 more added to my list because a couple were repeated. Just some that should get a mention. So
Okay.
James Hollingshead.
I mean, look, James. The reason I didn't say James is because I feel like it's a given. Like James has fucking smashed it. It's unreal what he's achieved and the transformation in his physique, as well as competing for qualify for 2 Olympias. Like everything, he's just fucking immense.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's always been big. He's always been big to me. Do you know what I mean?
No, he hasn't, man. He hasn't.
But to me, I've always seen James as like he's big, strong bastard. But like, yeah, he has what he's done is absolutely incredible. I tell you what, I'll add one other person to my list. Is Mark Hector.
He was on my list.
You know what? You know what I think I didn't say James because I am so invested watching his progress. Like do you know what I mean? YouTube, I watch his videos. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, Hunter and all these guys. They're not the first people popping on my feed.
Yeah.
I'll get the odd picture like today. I think his update photo, and I was like blown away because I haven't seen him a lot because and that's like, oh, that was 21 hours ago, that thing, because it's like, do you know what I mean? Because I'm not constantly trying to look at his stuff. I'm like, I'm always like, yes, James, he's our fucking hero. Same with Mark, wasn't really like that. And when I saw him in the show, I was like, whoa, sort of like, oh shit, fuck, that kind of thing, Even though I did that to James, but I was very heavily invested in James's progress, because we love him. He's our hero.
I think everyone. I think anyone in the UK is heavily invested in James's progress, though.
Yes, because he's the
to
man.
Be honest,
he's such a dude. He's like a man's man.
Not just that, man. It's just everything about him. His personality, his energy,
that's what I mean.
Everything. He's just awesome in all senses.
Like, sorry, Dad. I just went on a tangent. Who else? You got James?
So Keon, James, Hunter, Mark Hector. Another guy was Sergio Oliva. I thought he looked amazing at the Arnold.
Yeah, fuck. Something the Arnold was like a year ago. That was ages.
Yeah, but you respect the amount of size he's put on over the years.
I know.
Dude.
Mate, he was like this. He was tiny. He was so small.
Another one was Terence Ruffin.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
He was nails.
Do you know what? I think he could be a contender for an Olympia title.
John Meadows' story. You see the video of him posing on his story, or it might be a video. John Meadows' camera is like he's running Android. It's shit, but like you can see, it looks insane. It looks like coming out of the fucking early 2000s. But it's
Terence Ruffin is, in my opinion, the epitome of classic.
Yeah.
At this moment in time in the entire world.
I think him. I think Bumstead is as well.
I have Terence over Chris personally from a shape, flow, presentation. Because I think it's based off of what I want to present myself as well. Do you know what I mean? It's like the kind of the emotion behind the posing and things like that, and how fluid he is, how he presents himself from the moment he steps on stage to the moment he comes off is unrivaled. It's just amazing.
His routine was really good as well.
Mate, his routines are fucking mental, bro.
The last one was Jonathan Withers. He won the NPC.
Yes.
He looks bloody good.
The recent one.
Yeah.
The one with the big Rami legs.
Yes.
You know that apparently, I think I heard it on Heavy Muscle Radio. I might be wrong. Apparently, that was his second show.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Fuck. What a brute.
Mental, mate.
That's what happens when you lock someone away in their basement with some
The
weight.
size of that guy's legs, I don't think people realize how big they are.
Mm.
I honestly don't know if people do.
One sec.
Mammoth.
Like it's insane.
Monster quads. I mean, fucking hell. Yeah, I think that's a good list.
Dan's muted himself.
There you
Yeah,
go.
No, he's
No,
not.
come on, cool. No, he's coached by Compton, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
He looks
mental,
in
mate.
that most muscular. It's very similar to Compton as well.
Mm-hmm.
Big round delts and just freaky limbs.
Oh, we got questions, boys.
I'd
BTW.
like to say that you got the last couple of minutes of the podcast. We may as well crack out the questions.
Right, let's see what the fuck.
You guys crack some questions out. I really need to go for a piss, and I've got to get up ever so slowly. And I am just wearing pants, so don't get too excited. Oh, you didn't even see.
Let's have a look in, lads. What we got? I got 6 questions. It's not much, but it'll do.
Go on then, mate.
Did you all stand out from others as being more muscular from an early age?
No.
I wasn't muscular when I was like before I started training, but like as soon as I started training, I changed pretty quickly.
Yeah. No. You wouldn't have, no, not at all.
Like I didn't train legs till I got to the UK, and my legs were like pretty big when I was in Spain.
I can imagine.
Like,
Yeah,
and not just that, like, yeah, my physique just like developed pretty quickly when I started training.
I was always known as a small guy.
I was always small until I started training. And then I was still small because like I wasn't massive, but my physique looked good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. What are we talking about?
Did you stand out from others as being more muscular from an early age?
Not big. I was always like lean, like because I did lots of like Thai boxing and fighting. I was always pretty lean and like sort of like I was always I was quite lean. Like when I first started training, I already was like lean and looked like fit. I looked fit. You know what I mean? I looked like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Looked all right, but no, I didn't look big or anything. I looked like a strong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
An absolute weasel, but just, you know.
Push pull legs or single body parts?
Whatever I get told to do.
Whatever.
Why do people ask the same questions all the time?
Oh, just, man, look, it's like, it's all the bloody same pretty
Do
much.
whatever you prefer. Like find the style training that you enjoy.
Do you know what the
If
most
you're-
important thing is? You know, sorry to butt in, right? But this is a big one. It doesn't matter. Do what you can recover from. You're sitting here saying, right? Oh,
Yeah, but this
I'll do push or do pull or do things like push. My push day is chest, shoulders, and arms. My pull day is back, everything that's on beating my behind, right? And biceps. That's all I do. I do a bit of calves, right? That doesn't matter. Calves aren't a thing.
But I think the recovery thing comes more from like the volume that's in the session, not the actual split itself.
I know what you mean, but like what people do when they go, I'll do bit by bit, right? A lot of these questions is the geezers who are like, do that mean I can go to the gym Monday till Friday and have Saturday and Sunday off? Do you know what I mean? It doesn't work like that. You just like, you got to work out, all right, I can do chest and I can do back and arms together. Sorry, 1, 2, and then I have to have a rest day because I'm fucked. That's how you should do it. You can call it push, you can call it pull, but just make sure you have an adequate rest around it.
Look, very simply, deciding your training split according to what your physique needs. So if you're an absolute beginner, you should be trying to hit every body part as often as possible, and you can't do that with a single body part split.
Yeah,
You need upper, lower, full body, push, pull legs.
I don't know, man. I can kind of contest this because I did a single body part and I grew really well when I started.
I'm not saying you won't. That's why I say it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
If you're a beginner, best case scenario is that you're doing those big compound lifts as frequently as possible.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, that's really really good.
And look, for example, my push-pull legs as well is different to Josh's push-pull legs.
Mhm.
He does chest, shoulders, arms on a push day and back and whatever on a pull day. On a pull day, for example, I just do back, biceps, hamstrings, and a bit of glute.
Mhm.
My pull day is a leg pull day pretty much, and I do adductors as well.
And I do a single body part split where I literally just train every body part once a week.
It's to your needs. So what I'm saying is to the guy or female, I don't know, that whatever their physique needs, if you need overall size, probably best to hit those big compound moves as frequently as possible, so you have as much stimulus to the overall picture. But if you have a massive flaw in your physique and that's what's stopping you being in that center circle and stage, instead of going over the entire picture, go into the left part of it. Be specific about what you need to do. So if you need to be very specific about a body part, add in a day for that body part. And then form the training around that body part so you're resting either side that body part, in my opinion.
Don't overthink it too much, man. Pick one and go with it. Just fucking literally like
your lifestyle as well. If you're just go
look, just train fucking hard, like really hard. Like make sure worry more about your intensity than your fucking split, you dumb fucks.
Oh, but the thing is, if you're like let's say you're just a gym goer, you know, and you like lifting weights and stuff, but you know it's not your top priority. But you're wondering which one's easier. You know, you might find that a push-pull legs is better. You get more out of it. Do you know what I mean? Because you're struck for time all the time, then rather than having to like break it down like that. You know, there's all these different factors that can go into it. You know,
well, as well,
need more context.
It's your lifestyle as well. So if you, for example, if you have a family at home, I'm sure your wife or your partner not gonna be happy if you spending 5-6 days a row in the gym and you get home from work, and you could be helping out the children, doing the dinner and whatnot. That's just not going to be conducive to, you know, your lifestyle.
It's not. So you need to get a new partner that understands your needs. Because that bitch don't support you, motherfucker.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that if that's the case, you can't go to the gym as frequently. You can only train 3 days a week. If I could only train 3 days a week, I'd be doing upper lower.
Yeah.
I'd still do push-pull legs. I'm not gonna lie.
Right now, to be fair, right now I am only training probably 3, maybe 4 times a week, and I'm doing push-pull legs.
Like, I mean, do you know what I would do? I do chest and delts, back and hamstrings, and then I have 2 days between legs and back, and do quads and hamstrings as well.
That's mine. That's literally mine as well.
That's what I would do if I could change 3 days.
Yeah. All right, go on the next question. Go on.
Tips for improving mind to muscle connections. Slow everything down, strip it back to bare minimum, and really focus on feeling the muscle work as you're going through both the eccentric and concentric part of the movement. Make sure you are focusing on that stretch, that contraction, and that squeeze.
Yeah, maybe it might be worth looking up the anatomy of that muscle so you understand it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look up how the muscle functions, how the muscle actually works. You know, like your lats, for example. Natural movement for your lat is this here. So you're coming down. So if you're trying to engage your lats, look for a movement where your elbow can be in front of you to really figure out how to get that squeeze within your lat, for example. Lats is one that a lot of people struggle with. I had a question the other day as well, which I didn't answer, which was not on this, it was on my own questions, which was like how to take lower back out of RDLs. And like my advice to anyone trying to like focus more on hamstrings and glutes in an RDL would be to really focus on pushing your ass backwards, not just lowering the weight through your lower back. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's more of a hinge and more of a load on the end.
You want to hinge, not drop. You know, you want your body to do this, not this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that.
I've got a question to you, Josh.
Shoot.
Right? How many British titles have you won?
2.
3. 2.
Two.
It's 3. I was going to give you more.
I've got a UK title, which is like, but it's not a British. You know what I mean?
We never get any of these. This is quite interesting. How did it feel winning your first British title? Like, because it's a big thing. People aren't like, it's a big thing. You know what I mean?
I got off stage and said, "What's next?"
Really? Do you not feel that bothered?
No.
But what about when you got, like, when you were the initial going out there? Were you thinking, "I'm going to win this. I'm going to win"?
As soon as I turned up at the venue, I knew I was going to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew no one was going to beat me.
Fuck. But
no one on that classic stage had a better package than me in terms of flow, presentation, condition, muscle separation, detail. I knew I had everything to win, given who I was going up against. I just knew it. And that wasn't like, that was just like, I just believed in my ability to come away with the title.
What about the second one?
The second one was kind of, the second one was scarier, man, because it was class 3 and I knew I was the smallest on stage.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, they can either go for size or they can go for like what I'm presenting. You know I present more that flow, that I present more class.
Yeah.
And
quality
and detail as well. I mean, I was very detailed. I know I was a little bit flat, but I was very detailed. My presentation was really good. And my posing, obviously, do you know what I mean? Like the flow between poses. So I was like, it depends what they go for. Like if they want someone with bigger muscles, they're gonna go with the other person. If they want someone who is more complete, then they're gonna go with me.
So when they give you that first call out and you're like, "Hey, number 7," and you're like, "Hey."
Yeah, after the first call, I kind of knew I'd won.
And then, but you sort of like it started kicking in a bit, did it? You were like, "Hey,
yeah." It is, it's like you get out, and I'm just like, right, just enjoy it.
Yeah,
confident. But then as soon as I got like center in the first call out, that's when like I just really come to life, and I was like, fuck yeah, I've won this.
Yeah. Okay. That's the thing is though, like we've never had a question like that, and it's really weird. But I was in the shower and I was thinking, well, I want to ask Josh what it felt like winning a British title, because the only person I actually know who's won a British title. I think so.
What it was, the second one, I did come off stage like, oh my god, I've done it. Like that was yes, I've got a class 3 British title. Fuck yeah. The first one, I come off stage and I was like, I did it, but what's next?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I've got more to give.
Yeah.
Everyone's Olympia is a different show. So what Phil Heath's Olympia is to say Josh coming second or third at London, it might have been the same feeling. Everyone's show is different. Like your Olympia is different to my Olympia.
Definitely, man. 100%. So
British title or not, I can tell you that winning a show is a very, very good feeling.
Definitely, 100%, man.
What a show.
The feeling is a good feeling of winning a show. Of course, it's like yes, like everything I've set out to do with this prep, I've achieved. Like fuck yeah. But I don't know. I feel like when I achieve something, I just instantly raise the bar. I don't kind of give it. Do you know what? I did kind of celebrate when the season had ended more so than knowing I had more shows to do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Like when the British ended in 2018, I know I had the Worlds in like 2 weeks.
Okay.
So as soon as I come off stage, I was like, focus on the Worlds.
Yeah, so it's straight on. Yeah, you don't even really in the. You don't live. You don't have the.
And I think
you don't enjoy the moment as much. You're just like, right, let's go.
Yeah, and I think as well, like it to me sometimes, it's like, yeah, but it's not an Olympia, so it's like there's so much more work to do.
Yeah,
like the bar is way up there, which can be a bad thing sometimes, but that's why I take the time after a season to reflect on what I've achieved, pat myself on the back, and then move forwards again.
Yeah. Okay. No, so that was my question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'll go on. You get let's fire some quick ones because we've got a few more minutes. But you've got.
In terms of genetics, the black people have an advantage in bodybuilding.
Fucking hell.
I mean, that's it. It's if you're answering from a general standpoint, yes.
Yeah, you look at the Olympia top 10.
Generally, color. People of that race have better muscle genetics. They do. They have more round muscle bellies. They have that thickness, and they just built to be great at sports and shit, man. Like, let's be fair.
You see, like from a young age, usually the black kids in the group or whatever, they're always the most muscly. I mean, how I see it is this way: is to me, they seem to gain muscle, quick muscle, a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, that's longevity. That means they probably don't have to use as much drugs to gain the muscle.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to push their off seasons. They can push for more and more size before their waist blows out. So generally, by the time they're doing things that could risk blowing their waist out at the end of their career to put on more size, a white guy has done it long before them.
Yeah.
Or someone.
I mean,
else.
you look, and obviously Coleman is going to be an example to use for any black person. But Coleman was like 260 and perfect, and then he got up to 280, and then he was like, he fucked it by then. Do you know what I mean?
295 on stage, 2000.
295. You fucking serious?
2003, 2004, yeah.
So big, innit?
I mean, that's not even big. That's gigantic.
That's stupid big. Like there's
big is like I'd say I'm big, but I'm not massive. I think that's the difference. Is there's big, there's massive, and then there's just super freak.
And there's monster, then there's freak.
Yeah, true. There's monster, then freak.
And then there's just fucking freak. The fuck.
Mental, man. That's
anyone who's like 270 and like 5'9", 10, 5'8", even pushing 11, 5'11", 270 peeled on stage and looking crackers. You're just like, that's
how tall is James?
Freak. Go on, what you said?
How tall is James Hollinshead?
Is he 5'9", 5'10"?
5'11".
5'11".
I mean, he's a heavy motherfucker.
Unit, man. Fuck.
He's a big
he's
motherfucker.
Just like an inch taller than me.
Joe,
I've met James actually in real life.
Ian is. I would like to see Ian Vaya in person.
I bet he's freaky.
I bet he's one of those people you look at him and go, how?
Okay, who's the freakiest person that you've seen in person just walking around in normal clothes? Stripped down, not stripped down.
Who's that bloke the French guy who did the Arnold came like last?
Oh, okay, yeah, the bald guy, yeah.
Right.
Florian.
What's his name?
Florian.
No.
French guy.
Morgan.
2019 body power. He's at I think he's an explosive ape booth. And I turned around and I went, fuck. I was like, he's a big cunt. That's what I said to Chanel.
I'll tell you.
I was talking to Scott Sweat. I went, look at that big cunt. Fucking, when you just he's big and he's bald and he's tall. I was like, and he just turned around and he's back and I couldn't see anything. The whole light was taken away from me. I was like, shit. I was like, whoa. I was blown away. I was like, fuck. Shit.
I think the most impressive person I've ever seen in person, especially considering I just saw them in the gym, is Cedric McMillan.
Wow. That's epic.
In FIBO 2016.
That is epic.
And I was a lot smaller than I am now as well, so it was even more impressive. But Cedric McMillan is like 6'2" and is just gigantic.
Jesus.
And he just looks like a mean motherfucker as well.
Yeah. Mine's either like Luke Sando, Jordan Peters, or Ricardo Correa. His muscle bellies are just...
He's so round. He's like a cloud.
Yeah.
Legit, man. He's just like...
Are we going to end this? Because we got less than a minute.
Yeah, we're going to end this.
We'll carry on. We'll answer more questions at next podcast, we promise.
Plan.
We promise. All right. Yeah. All right, guys.
Nice talking.
Another episode. Get massive. If you're not getting massive, get pilled.
Fuck yeah.
That's it. All right. See you later, dude.